Today is Halloween edition. There's something you guys don't know about me. I have fangs. And today we're reading Amelia Bedelia, Halloween edition. This is not Halloween, but I am. As you can see, I am Dracula the girl. So yeah. I think we're going to read till the next chapter because this chapter is really long. So, yeah. Okay. What a set of moves. How did you do that? You just had to ride like that now. Amelia Bedelia laughed. Okay, but maybe some other day, she said. We won't put you down until you promise, said the guys. I promise, said Amelia Bedelia. But then she panicked. Where is Puree? Charlie pointed at the tree. Puree was leaping up on the truck and barking from a high branch. A chattering squirrel hurled nuts at Puree's head. Amelia Bedelia and Charlie ran over and grabbed Puree's leash. That was cool, Amelia Bedelia, said Charlie. It was amazing that you hung onto Puree's leash. Thanks, no problem, said Amelia Bedelia. I know, said Charlie. Let's go to Pete's dinner to celebrate. Today you can get 2 hot fudge sundaes for the price of 1. Great, said Amelia Bedelia. She hoped her knees would stop shaking by the time she got there. Amelia Bedelia and Charlie spent the rest of the afternoon at Pete's. Charlie Aunt told her all about Puree and the poodles. Amelia Bedelia learned that Charlie's mom was passionate about poodles, but that Puree was Charlie's responsibility. He fed Puree, and he walked Puree, and he even groomed and bathed Puree. My mom thinks I do a great job, Charlie said. She even entered Puree in that big dog show on Saturday night. She's sure we'll win first prize. You will, said Amelia Bedelia. Puree is amazing. Kaboom! Went a clap of thunder. It began to rain cats and dogs. Poor Puree was outside getting soaked. Amelia Bedelia pleaded with Pete until he let Puree come inside. Just this once, Charlie parked Puree under the table in the booth. Keep him quiet and out of the way, said Pete. I don't want anyone to step in a poodle. From under the table, Puree let out a huge yawn. It was a long time before Amelia Bedelia and Charlie could stop giggling. And that was the end of chapter 1. Chapter 6. Yeah. We're going to read chapter 7. Dog love. It says crossed out puppy and yeah. The next day, Amelia Bedelia was riding her bike near town when she heard someone call her name. Amelia Bedelia, over here! Deanna had 10 dogs attached to one long leash. She was heading to the park, so Amelia Bedelia rode along beside her. I'm so glad to see you, said Amelia Bedelia. Was your blind date fun? It was perfect, said Deanna. His name is Eric, and he adores dogs. I've been taking care of all of the dogs. I walk to him for grooming. Just look at what a wonderful job he does. Amelia Bedelia agreed that the dogs had never looked better or happier. They looked as though they felt important. Anything new with you? Asked Deanna. Lots, said Amelia Bedelia. She told her all about Puree skateboarding and her afternoon at Pete's Diner with Charlie. What an adventure, said Deanna. And a little party never hurt anyone. Puree is not a little puppy, said Amelia Bedelia. He's a big dog. When they got to the park, Amelia Bedelia begged to walk the dogs for Deanna. Please, said Amelia Bedelia. I need to decide what kind I want. Thanks, said Deanna, handing her the leash. These pups are our pussycat, but be alert. And here's a cute little picture of Amelia Bedelia and the dogs. Okay. Before Amelia Bedelia could ask how dogs could be cats, Charlie appeared with Puree. Amelia Bedelia introduced him to Deanna. Then they headed off. There were no skateboarders, but plenty of squirrels, so Charlie hung on to Puree. Amelia Bedelia watched her pack like a hawk. Your dogs look great, said Charlie. Don't they? Said Amelia Bedelia. Deanna has them groomed. They walked on, but Amelia Bedelia could tell that something was bothering Charlie because he kept fidgeting. What? Finally, she asked, what's wrong? Are you worried about something? I am, Charlie said. I'm super nervous about the dog show on Saturday night. I want Puree to look perfect. Hey, said Amelia Bedelia, maybe Deanna's friend Eric can groom Puree too. Thanks, said Charlie, but my mom wants me to do it. Okay, said Amelia Bedelia, I can help though. Well, said Charlie, I need to give Puree a bath on Sunday morning. It's easier with two people, and my mom is super busy. Would you be able to help me? Sure, said Amelia Bedelia. I need to ask my parents first, though. But I'm sure they'll let me. I'll call you. After Charlie and Puree headed home, Amelia Bedelia decided to give the dogs an extra long walk. She was exhausted by the time she got them back to Deanna. She was way too tired to ride her bike all the way home. She called her father and asked him to pick her up. When her dad arrived, he put her bike in the trunk. When she reclined her seat, let in an enormous yawn, and shut her eyes. You're exhausted, said her dad. Are you dog tired or just tired of dogs? Both, said Dad. Today was a real drag. You didn't have fun, she said. Oh, I had fun, said Amelia Bedelia. But with 10 dogs, I was the one who got walked. They dragged me here and dragged me there. It was just one long drag. Amelia Bedelia's dad laughed. 10 dogs, he said? What kind were there? Amelia Bedelia counted them all. There was a Belgian sheepdog, an Irish setter, a German shepherd, a Scottish terrier, a northern elk hound, an Italian hound, and a Welsh corgi. What a group, said her dad. It sounds like you took most of Europe for a walk. Wait a second, said Amelia Bedelia. I forgot all about the Dane. Wow, said her father. A Great Dane. He was good. He was good, said Amelia Bedelia. Not really great. He misbehaves a lot. Deanna says that he eats as much as a lion cub. Did you have any trouble besides the draggings? Asked her dad. A little, said Amelia Bedelia. I let 2 dogs play and I lost sight of them for a couple of minutes. Did you spot them? He said. One was already spotted, said Amelia Bedelia. That was the Dalmatian. What was the other one? Asked her dad. A labor, said Amelia Bedelia. A retriever? Asked her dad. Yep, said Amelia Bedelia. I found her. Amelia Bedelia rolled down her window. She hung her head out to let the cool wind blow through her hair. She liked the sound it made as it swirled past her ears. She said. I see why dogs love to do this. Wait a second, said her dad. You're not turning into a dog, are you? Maybe you've been hanging out with them too much. Instead of the necklace you want for your birthday, we might give you a collar instead. Oh, Daddy, said Amelia Bedelia as they drove into the driveway. When they got inside, she told her mother all about her day with Charlie and the poodle, Puree. I adore poodles, said Amelia Bedelia's mother. Is Puree a cute little toy poodle? Mom, said Amelia Bedelia, he is a real dog. He doesn't need batteries at all. Then Amelia Bedelia remembered to tell her parents what Charlie had said about the poodles and how they got their name from puddles. Aha, said her dad. That's what we call the truth in jest. But I want to know is, did Charlie laugh at my joke about stepping in a poodle? A lot, said Amelia Bedelia. This Charlie kid is obviously a genius, said her dad. After that, it was easy for Amelia Bedelia to get permission to go over to Charlie's house. You know what, said her dad, your mom and I would love to see the dog show too. We haven't been in years. You bet, said her mom. It's a plan. Chapter 8, 2-bit shave and a haircut. We're going to do this one next time, but my next video is going to be on Roblox, and I am going to be showing the good trades and the bad trades.